everyone, Fed here, and welcome back to another how to build video. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to build the Skeld from Among Us. And I like how I say in this video, there's going to be quite a few videos to this thing. It's pretty big. So here it is, guys, the entire map from the Skeld. Now, just giving heads up now, there is no working doors or any of the tasks. I'm not that good with command blocks, but in the future, if the video does well, I'll definitely go back in and make working doors, and I'll make, you know, the working power for the lights and things like that. Easy command block stuff. I'm not really great at command blocks, but I've been really enjoying watching people that I've been watching on YouTube for a very long time play this game, but it seems like a real friendship ender. I'm really enjoying the game because it reminds me of Trouble in Terrorist Town. It was a Gmod game back in the day, and I'm sure people still play it, but I used to watch that all the time, and I love seeing games like this. I would love to see more games like this in the future, but if this video does well, I will definitely do other maps from Among Us. This was actually a lot of fun to build, and as you can see, it's going to be a lot of work. So let's just jump right into it, look at everything, and guys, if you want more maps from Among Us, make sure to leave a like, a comment, letting me know. And if you build the map, if you build the entire map, and you somehow, or if you really go command blocks, and you make it working, please let me know on Twitter. I would love to see that. So we're actually going to jump right down in here from the cafeteria area, because this is kind of where it starts. And right in here, you know, we just have our emergency button. We have a few tasks over here we can do. And I believe there's also an imposter computer right here, but I just didn't add it. If you want to add a little laptop here for imposters, or if you somehow make the map working, if you can make this map working, guys, that'd be really, really cool. But we're going to go from the cafeteria. We're going to work our way down over here to the Medbay, which is over to the left, which has that visual task computer right here and the collecting the samples. And then I also, at the end, when I built this entire map, I made working vents. But we'll get to the vents at the end. I just want to rush through this as quick as possible, because if you decide you want to build it right from the start, I'll have a timestamp though. So if you've already saw the top down view and you know you're going to build it, you can go ahead and skip right to it. But for people that want to like see everything before they build it, I'm definitely going to do that. So over here is the upper engine room, which has another vent system, has an area to fuel the engine up, and then we're gonna have another room just like this one down at the bottom for the lower engine room. So we're gonna work our way down over here, and over to the left I believe is the security, and then to the right is the reactor room. So let's just go to the security room, because there's not really much here. It just has the area where you can look through the cameras, and the people that I watch on YouTube play this never use this thing. I'll see them use it sometimes, but every time they use it they get killed. So I can definitely see why not a lot of people do the security cameras inside this game. Of course, there's just another vent system that leads over to the medbay and electrical, because it's kind of like a big circle, I guess. And then if we work our way over here, this is going to be the reactor room, where, you know, you have two areas where they can sabotage the area. Then we have our vent. Why did I leave that open? We have our two vent systems that lead. One goes up to the upper engine room, and this one goes to the lower engine room. So let's get a top view, because this is actually one of my favorite rooms. It just looks so alienish. It just looks like an alien room to me, and I absolutely love it, because if you have not seen Among Us or played the game, I believe the Skeld is a gigantic spaceship, like just an enormous spaceship. So if you actually build this entire thing and put a giant spaceship around it, please send me a picture on Twitter. I would absolutely love to see it. My Twitter is always in the description below, so you can go ahead down there if you decide to do that. I would love to see that. So this is going to be the bottom engine room, just like the upper engine room, which has another vent system, have another area to fuel your engines over here. I'm trying to just get right through this, guys, as fast as possible, because this tutorial is going to be a long one. Over here we have the electrical, where, you know, the imposter could sabotage. Well, I think he could sabotage it in other, well, he could just sabotage it from anywhere, but this is where you go to, like, you know, fix the lights if they go out. And then up here, there's a couple of other little things you could do, like directing power and things like that. And we have a divert power system over here. And then down here is just another vent system that leads into the med bay and the security bay. And then for the wiring, there's no real like wiring in Minecraft. So I just went with carpets, trying to do the best I could with the wires on the floor. So I just went with carpet. And that's also like a huge reason why I didn't put a ceiling on this thing, because if you decide to build a gigantic spaceship around it, I wanted you guys to have all the room in the world to do what you want. And then of course, if the video does well, I'll go back, add a ceiling, and put some working lights in it as well. Over here is going to be the storage bay, and then we have the trash chute, I believe, is right over here. And if you're going to build this in your world, and let's say you don't really have a way of getting inside of it, maybe you just want to have it as a building, I would say right here would be the door. This seems like the door to go in and out of in this map, since they start you off in the cafeteria and they don't really show you coming into the build. I would say right here would be the door from the storage bay to get inside the entire thing, but that is completely up to you. So let's actually work our way up here first? Yeah, let's go to the admin, and then we'll work back down because admin's by itself over here with another vent system. So this is going to be the admin bay, and then there's just like the table over here. We have a few computers. There's a thing for the oxygen room over here, and then of course we have another vent system right here that leads over to that hallway, and will also lead over to the oxygen room. Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue twisted. I'm trying to go as fast as possible. Fast as possible. Run. So we're gonna go from the storage bay over here, and this is another room I never really see people going into, and honestly, I can't really remember the name. I'm sorry, I cannot remember the name. I barely see anyone ever going into this room when they play on this map, but I think I saw like 2 times someone go in here and they got killed. So I can see why people kind of go away from this room. I think this is the comms room. I think this is the comms room with yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm 100% sure this has to be the comms room. I never really see people doing much in here. I just see them dying. I just see him dying in here. So now we're going to work our way over to the shield room. And, you know, you could just add a little ladder here if you decide to build a map in case someone falls down here, because you can't really get down here inside the game. But it did seem like an area that was like kind of elevated above the ground. So this is the shields room. There's a couple things you could do over here. And, you know, there's also another divert power and all that stuff inside this room as well. So actually, let me get a top-down view. I really like this room. It's for something so simple. I just like how it's like suspended over another part, giving it that like 3D depth. And then we're going to go ahead and work our way down here. This is going to be where the navigation and also the oxygen room, and then of course we have the weapons room. So let's just go to the navigation room first. So this is just the navigation room with all the computers and all that stuff, and then we have our 2 vent systems that lead over. This one leads over to weapons, and then this vent system will lead over to the shields room. And then of course you can put signs in to let people know where they're going when they go through those vents, but we'll go through them at the end. Over here is just the oxygen room, and this was the weirdest room I saw. The way they had it laid out, I didn't know if it was above things or below things. It kind of just if you go back and look at a picture of the oxygen room, just look at it for a second. Like, just give it a long look. It kind of like messes with your mind. You don't know if it's above or below. So I just went with the plants being below us. I didn't know if it was above or below. It looks so weird, guys. But this is just, you know, the oxygen room. There's a couple of things you could do in here as well. There's some piping up here, and let's just get rid of them. Let's go over to the weapons room. Now, this should be the last room, which just has, you know, that seat right here where you can do one of those tasks. I used some glass panes and make that green screen right there. And then, of course, we have another vent system, and you don't have to do this. I added a couple of working lights going through this area. I believe that's where like the weapons, the laser beams for the I don't know. I think it's lasers for the entire ship right here, and then up here would be like where the lasers shoot out of the ship. But of course you don't have to do. I just added a couple moving lights in here. It's just something small. And then of course we have this last vent system. So all the vent systems work. I don't think I need to go through all of them, so I'll just go through this one right here. So I'm on Minecraft Bedrock, so to make it so you can crawl in Minecraft Bedrock, and this should work on all Minecraft things, is we have to use swimming. So you just come down here into your vent, you know, close it, and then if you swim, you can go through a 1 high gap, go through the vent system. So let's say I'm going from the cafeteria, and I believe this one should lead me over to, this will lead me over to that hallway right here. Yes. Okay, see, we're in the hallway now, and then if I go back in, this should lead me over to the admin room right here, and they all connect to each other. All the vents are like this, guys. They all work the exact same way. So this should be the admin room right here. Yep, there we go. There is the admin room, and all of the vents work. See, as you can see, I have my vent system right here that leads over to these 3 areas. I have my vent system that leads right down over into the engine room. They all work. So let's just get started up on this build. Sorry for the long explanation, but I just wanted to make sure you guys knew what you were getting yourself into before you decided to build this thing. And like I said, if you decide to build it, please show me pictures on Twitter. I would love to see it inside of your worlds. And if you want to see more of these maps, make sure to leave a like, a comment, and that will let me know that you want to see more of the Among Us maps. All right, guys, so I went ahead and did a layout for myself. This will help me throughout the build, but then in each different section, which we're going to be doing, we're going to be starting from the cafeteria. I'm going to break out parts of those gray blocks and add in a checkerboard pattern so you get an understanding of what the dimensions are for each room. And then I'll give a top-down view for each of the rooms, and then if you want, you can count them out, but I'm going to make it as close as possible, trying to make this as easy as possible for everyone to build this thing. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to start off on the cafeteria right here. So I'm going to give a really close top-down view right here, but the long blocks on the side are going to be 13, and then the blocks kind of going on a diagonal are going to be 4. So that will give you an understanding of how this all works. And now the blocks you're going to need for the cafeteria, for the walling and the flooring, is going to be red terracotta, light blue terracotta, gray concrete, light gray terracotta, white terracotta, and light gray concrete. Those are the blocks you're going to need for the ceiling. Well, not the ceiling, the walling and the flooring. Of course, you can change up whatever colors you want to. If you feel like these aren't the right colors, then obviously go right ahead and change them up. But I'm going to be starting off with using the light gray concrete. I'm going to start right up here where that window is going to be. So we're going to count over 13 blocks with our light gray concrete. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I keep doing that. 13. It's just going to be 13 blocks though. Like I said, it's going to be 13, 4, 13, 4. It's all the same around the entire thing. Now what we're going to do is take out our red terracotta and go around the rest of the flooring with the red terracotta. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to do 13, 4, 13, 4. And it's going to be the same thing around the entire thing. Next up, what I want you to do between each opening is we're going to break out this block right here, and we're going to place in gray concrete going down the entire thing like that, and do that for every single area that is opened up. There we go. Oop, I missed that one. And gray concrete right here as well, because that's going to be the actual flooring. We will be able to see those blocks. Next up, you're going to take out your white terracotta and your light gray terracotta. And then let's go starting off from the medical bay over here. We're going to take out our light gray terracotta, and right in the middle of our 3 wide hallway, we're going to place in a light gray terracotta on the floor, and then come out 3 white terracotta, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on both sides, and then place in a light gray once again, and then white terracotta, light gray, white terracotta. And this is going to set us up for this entire floor, because now off of every single part where we have 3 white terracotta, we're going to place a 3 by 3 of light gray terracotta. So make a 3 by 3 like that, just a perfect square off of every single one of these white terracottas. There we go. And one more right here. And now all you have to do is just follow the same exact pattern the entire way. So right in the middle will be your white terracotta. Then we'll have our 1 light gray terracotta. It's just going to be the same thing all the way down. Go. And over here as well. Just like that. And then we're going to put in our 3 white terracotta. And we're just going to do the same exact flooring for the rest of this entire room. And there we have it. And this is actually the most annoying floor in the entire build. So getting this floor out of the way, every other floor is pretty spot on with how easy it is to build. This one's the only one with an actual pattern for the flooring. So next up, what I want you to do is go to each hallway that is opened up right now. And we're actually going to break out one of our red concrete blocks on each one, making it a 5 wide hallway. And then we're going to add in some stone brick walling, and then 2 glass panes like that. And then we're going to come up 4 blocks with our stone wall. So we already did 1, 2, 3, and 4. We already did 1, so 2, 3, and 4 like that, placing glass panes along all of them. This is what I just did for the doors right now. Like I said, in the future, if the video does well, I'll also add in command blocks later on down the line, making them actual working doors. But we're going to do that for every single hallway. We're going to turn our 3 wide hallway into a 5 wide hallway and place in our stone brick walls 4 blocks up, and then place in our glass panes off the side. Next up, what we're going to do is take out our gray concrete. I'm going to break out another red terracotta block and bring that right up the sides of our stone walls. Next up, take out your light blue terracotta and bring it up 2 blocks above all of your red terracotta. Once you have all your blue terracotta in place, take out your gray concrete and put a cap above all the blue terracotta. Next up, we're going to come over here to where our window is. We're going to take out our light gray concrete, bringing it up right to our gray concrete, and just bring that right over to here. And then we're going to fill in the entire middle area with glass panes. There we go. So that should be all our walling and flooring done for our cafeteria. Next up, it's time to do the decoration. So we're going to do all of our seating inside of the cafeteria. So for this, we're going to need light blue concrete. So I'm going to come right here to the exact middle of our cafeteria, and right off of these 2 blocks, this one and this one, we're going to place light blue terracotta straight down. It should be lined up perfectly with both of these hallways. And then we're going to place in another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another 5 on this side. And then we're going to come out 3 and 3 like that. And that's going to make our table. And then to fit in our other tables on each corner, there should be a 2 by 2 block spacing between both the tables. So I'm going to place 2 right here. And as you can see, there's a 2 by 2 spacing between them. And we're just going to do the same exact table right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're going to have our 3 right here. Do 2 more sets of 5. And another 3 like that. And do for that for the rest of the table. Just make sure you have a 2 by 2 spacing between each table. So now that we have our tables in place, we can go right here to the middle one, and we're going to be placing in that emergency button. Now, for my emergency button, all I used was a dyed leather cap red and a armor stand. Of course, if you're going to make this a working map, you're going to need an actual button probably, but for me, it's just going to be a decoration piece. So right in the middle of the table, we're going to dig down 1, 2 blocks, and then what I like to do is also just place an extra block down here just to be on the safe side. Just make sure you dig down 2, and then right here, we're going to place in a trapdoor. Any trapdoor will do. Place your armor stand on top of that trapdoor, and then place in your dyed leather cap that's red right on top of your armor stand. Next up, you're going to need a glass block and a sea lantern, a lever, and a piston. Then right above your armor stand, we're going to place in our sea lantern and our glass block. Place a piston facing down. Place a piston down facing towards that glass block, and just send power to the piston. And do that one more time. Send power to it. And then go ahead and break this block here, this piston, and there you have your emergency button. Now we can go ahead and fill in the rest of our table. So take out some weighted pressure plates, heavy. We're also going to need a flower pot, a campfire, item frames, weeping vines, levers, and other things, but we'll get into the other things later on. So over here on this right one, we're going to place a flower pot here with a weighted pressure plate. This is just going to be a plate and a cup, and we're going to do that for a couple of areas. Over here to the left, we're going to have a cup with our plate right here, and then another plate right here. Then up here, we're going to have a cup. And now right here, if you're an imposter, there's sometimes, well, not sometimes, there is a computer here for the imposter. So if you want to add that in, you're completely free to do that. But then right here, we have a pizza. So I used a item frame and a campfire, and I turned it to the side. And I guess it looks like pizza. At least to me, it looks like a slice of pizza. And then right up here, we're going to place in another flower pot for a cup. Over here, we're going to have a weighted pressure plate here and here, and then have a cup right here as well. And that's going to be all your tables filled in. Then right over here on this side, we're actually going to break out this block. And then on the opposite hand side, we're going to take out some black concrete, place some black concrete on both sides. That's going to be one of those chutes. And then right here, we're going to have a lever, an item frame right here. And then I believe right here is kind of like a microwave or something. So I just used some, let me get out some glass blocks. I just used some glass blocks, placed 2 glass blocks like this. And then underneath it, I placed in 2 smooth stone slabs like that. And above it, like this and like this. And then behind it, I also placed in more slabs behind it like that. And that's going to be that microwave. And then over here, we have some wiring. And we're going to place an item frame off of the third one. 1, 2, 3 item frame. And place some weeping vines in it so it looks like some wiring. and that's going to be all the decorations for the cafeteria. So your cafeteria is 100% completely done. Next up, we're going to be doing this hallway and the med bay right here. So for right now, we're just going to worry about the hallway. We'll do the med bay after the hallway, but here is the dimensions for the hallway. Now, each hallway and also the doors to each room are always going to be 3 wide. They will always be 3 wide. So I'm just giving a heads up there. So let's get started up on our hallway. Now, the blocks you will need for your hallway are light blue terracotta, gray concrete, stone brick walls, and glass panes. So to get started up on our hallway, we're going to come over here to the right hand side, and we're going to come out from this stone brick wall 22 blocks that way. We're going to do the long portion of the hallway first. So take out some gray concrete and place in 22 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. Then we're going to come back over here, and next to this stone wall, we're just going to come out 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then come down 2 from there. 1, 2. Then we're going to skip over 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do the same thing right there, and just follow the line on the other side with your gray concrete. Next up, what I want you to do is take out your light blue terracotta, and we're going to fill in this entire floor with light blue terracotta. We're going to have to change out some of the blocks later on, but for right now, let's just place in an entire flooring. There we go. Next up, I want you to do is come back over here to the cafeteria, count in 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Break out these 3 and place in blue terracotta. And we're going to do that on the other side of this hallway. So right in this corner, we're just going to count over 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. Break out these 3 blocks, placing in our blue terracotta. You should get like a T looking shape right here. It should be absolutely even. Then right down here where our gray concrete ends, we're actually going to break out these 3, placing in 3 more sets of gray concrete. And the same thing over here, we're going to break out these 3, placing in our gray concrete. Next up, what I want you to do is take out your stone walls and your glass panes. And then right here, wherever you see the blue, we're going to break out these 2. Change these blocks over to blue. If you use that whole entire grid that I built right there, just change them out to blue and then place in a stone wall on each one. And do that for each one. This is just to remind us where those walls are going later on. So blue, stone wall, and blue, stone wall. Do the same thing over here where our gray concrete is. We're going to break out these 2. Place 2 more things of gray concrete here, and then place in our stone wall like that and like that. And same thing over here as well. Break out these 2, place in stone wall and gray concrete. Now we can go ahead and place up the wallings. So come back over here to your stone and just come up with your gray concrete on both sides, and then just wrap that going all the way down. You will have to break some of it later on, but for right now, we're just going to bring it all the way down. And then right where this stone wall is, we're just going to come up like that. And do the same thing on these sides. Bring it up and then come all the way down to the corner like that. And then right where that stone wall is, stop and come up right here as well. Just fill that all in. Then we're going to take out our light blue terracotta. And then wherever you see the stone walls, you can skip it for now. But we're just going to fill in the entire wall with our light blue terracotta. There we go. And then, of course, we can go ahead now and break this out and place our stone brick walls going all the way to the top on each one. Then we're going to take out our glass panes, and off of all of our stone walls, we're going to place glass panes. Oh, I forgot this one over here. There we go. And our glass panes. And that's going to be our hallway. Now there's just one more thing we need to do. We need to add in a camera. So to add in the camera, all you're going to have to do is take out a skeleton skull. We're also going to need a lever, and then any block, it won't matter. Then coming in through our cafeteria right here, off this blue terracotta block, we're going to place a block, take out a skeleton skull, and face it that away towards the med bay. Break the block, place in your lever, and that's going to be one of the cameras looking down the hallway. And that's going to be your first hallway completely done. Now we can go ahead and get started on the med bay. So here are the dimensions for our med bay. If you want to pause the video here and count out the blocks and put them in yourself, it will really help you out in the long run, but we're going to go ahead and start it up. Now the blocks you will need for the flooring and walling of your med bay will be gray concrete, light gray concrete, white concrete, and light blue concrete. So starting over here where our hallway is, of course, we're just going to take out our gray concrete, and we're going to come down 4 blocks from the hallway. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do that on both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. Then we're going to come down a total of 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to go that way 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3 on a corner. Then we're going to go that way 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next up, we're going to go that way 13 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Up 2. And then just swing that going all the way back to the beginning. Hopefully you guys are doing the grid though. It does make things a lot easier. Next up, I want you to take out your light gray concrete, and we're going to fill in the entire floor with our light gray concrete. Once you have filled in your entire floor with your light gray concrete, we're going to come back over here to where our hallway is, and we're going to come in 1 block, taking out our gray concrete once again, and bring this going all the way down to the other end of the wall. And then do the same thing on this side. Come in 1 block, and then come down all the way to the end of the hall. Well, the end of the hall. The end of Medbay. Ah, no, come on. Man, it's weird sometimes on Bedrock. Next up, come back over here to your hallway and just come in 2 blocks. 1, 2. Break these and place in your gray concrete. Then we're going to come down 2 blocks from here. 1, 2. Come to this side and place in your gray concrete. And do the same thing on this side, placing your gray concrete right there as well. Then we're going to come down a total of 4 blocks from right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And place in your gray concrete. As you can see, everything is even. I made sure to keep it as even as possible while building this thing. And then right here, we're just going to place in a line of gray concrete like that. Then over here, we're going to place in a line of 3. 1, 2, 3. And then go ahead and place in another one right here. And then right here, we're going to do the same thing with another line of 3. And then right from down here in this corner, we're going to place in a line that connects to this one, going all the way down to over here. And that's going to be the entire flooring for Medbay. And you know, guys, I just noticed something. I messed up. I'm sorry for this, but most of the rooms do have gray concrete for the bottom line, but I forgot in Medbay, this is where we're going to need our light blue concrete right above this. So you're going to have to switch out your gray concrete to light blue concrete. It won't be too hard, but it is a little annoying. I'm sorry for that. I'm telling you right now, when we're building this thing, a lot of the rooms have that gray concrete finish around the bottom edge. So we're just going to switch this over to light blue real fast. Shouldn't take too long. There we go. And then we're going to take out our white concrete, and we're going to come up 2 blocks from that. 1, 2. And then our top one is going to be gray concrete like that. So you're just going to come up 2. And then on the third one, place in your dark gray. Well, just your gray concrete. So we're going to do that around the entire thing. Next up, take out some red concrete. I'm going to come back over here to our hallway, and we're going to place in 2 plus signs right here. And that's going to be for the Medbay. There we go. We're going to have a nice little red hospital plus sign, and same thing on this side. There we go. So that's going to be all the wallings and flooring done for this room. Now it's time to do the decorations. So for our decorations in this room, we're going to need some smooth stone slabs, some smooth stone slime blocks, redstone. We'll worry about the iron bars and frames later on when we're building the computer. And we're also going to need blue beds. So we're going to come right over here, and right between where this gray concrete is, we're going to place a blue bed here and a blue bed on this side. Then all you have to do is just skip over 2 blocks, placing in another blue bed, just like that. Next up, we're going to do that visual scanner. So I'm going to come back over here, and where we placed in our flooring, if you have all the flooring the exact same, all you have to do is just place a slime block right here in the middle of these 2 connecting. But if you did not do that, just come over here and count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks out, and 3 blocks up. 3 blocks up and 7 blocks out, and you'll have the exact middle area. And we're just going to make a plus sign with our slime blocks. Next up, we're going to take out our smooth stone and place smooth stone going around the entire thing. Just like that. Then we're going to take out our slabs and place slabs on the corners. And then on each of the corners of your plus sign, we're going to come up 1 more slab on each side, and that's going to be that visual scanner. And then what we're going to do is take out some redstone, and from this slab right here, we're going to take redstone and come all the way down to the wall right here. Next up is going to be that sideways computer right here. So we're going to take out some polished andesite stairs, place one right here, and one right here. Then off of this side, we're going to place in a black stone button, place an item frame in the middle, take out some iron bars, place it in the item frame, and turn it sideways. Then we're going to place in 2 black concrete blocks right here. Then we're going to take out our slabs and place in 2 slabs above those black concrete blocks. And then we're going to place in a lime concrete block right here. Then we're going to take out our redstone once again, and right from where our little, I guess, keyboard is, we're going to connect it to our visual scanner. And then last but not least, over here, we're going to place in a birch trapdoor. This will be for our vent, but we'll put the vents in at the end. So right here, we're just going to come out 2 blocks and place in our birch trapdoor from the wall. And that will be your entire medbay completely done. Alright guys, next up on the list is going to be the upper engine room and maybe the hallway. I want to try to keep these videos down to an hour for each part, and I would like to at least get maybe 3 to 4 rooms done as well. So I'll see about the time when we get done with that. Maybe we can also do the security room as well, but we're going to be starting up on the upper engine room. Alright guys, so here is the dimensions for the upper engine room. You can go ahead and pause the video and build this out. It'll help you out in the long run, but we're going to go ahead and get started up on building this engine room, and hopefully we'll have enough time to do a couple of other rooms before the first part is over. Now the blocks you're going to need for the engine room are brown concrete, brown terracotta blocks, gray concrete, yellow terracotta blocks, and we're also going to do trapdoors. And this is going to be one of the rooms where we have to go a little bit down underneath because we're going to be fitting the engine inside the room. So starting off over here where our hallway is, we're going to take out our terracotta blocks and we're going to come down 6 blocks from this stone wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just like that. Then we're going to go in this way 8 blocks, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And then we're going to skip over our 3 blocks for our hallway, and we're going to come out 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go down that way 10 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go up 3 blocks that way. 1, 2, 3 on an angle. Then we're just going to wrap it in over to our doorway, just like that. Then just take out your gray concrete, and we're actually going to bring this up right next to our stone. In between the stone, there will always be gray concrete, and I wish I did not do that. So just bring your gray concrete up. Then go ahead and take out your terracotta blocks once again and come up 2 more terracotta blocks and then a gray concrete to cap it off. The top will always usually be gray concrete. So do that for the rest of the room. Come up 2 and then place in a gray concrete at the top. Once you have your wallings in place, come over here to where your opening is and take out brown terracotta and place in brown terracotta going right down this hallway, because now it's going to be brown instead of gray. And we're going to quickly go ahead and break these blocks out right here and place in our stone walls like we've been doing, just like that. And we're also going to place in our glass panes. And then of course we're going to go ahead and break right behind it and place in those gray blocks, because the gray blocks will always attach to your stone walls. There we go. Next up, I want you to take out your brown concrete blocks, and we're going to go around this entire outside area, not the middle, the entire outside area by 3 blocks. So we're going to come out 3, 1, 2, 3, and bring that going all the way down to right here, because what's going to be right in the middle is our engine, and we want to have a little bit of room underneath our engine so it looks like it's suspended in midair. So now we're going to go this way 3 blocks. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and do the same thing over here. 1, 2, and number 3. Then we're going to take out our oak trapdoors and go around the entire outside with our oak trapdoors, opening them up. This will just make some nice railing. So do that around the whole thing. Now what we're going to do is change up the flooring a little bit. So right here, going from this wall to this wall, we're going to take out our yellow terracotta and change out all of these blocks to yellow terracotta and bring that going all the way down to your wall. And do the same thing on this side. Change out these to yellow terracotta and bring them all the way down to the end of your wall. Just like that. Then we're going to take out our brown terracotta, and right here in the middle of your hallway, we're going to place a line of brown terracotta. Then we're going to come over here to this corner, and out right here, we're going to place in brown terracotta. Same thing on this side, right from the corner, place in some brown terracotta. Then what you're going to do is skip over 3 blocks, but you know what, just to make this easier on this side, all you have to do from the brown terracotta is count over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There should always be a 3 wide gap in between, so it just matches up with this door right here. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. So if you just want to follow this line right here, or you could just count over the 4 blocks from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and place in your brown terracotta. You're free to do it however you like, but 1, 2, 3, 4, and brown terracotta right there. And that's going to be the flooring for this room done. Then what I want you to do is actually take out some black concrete blocks, and then right underneath here, 1 block in from the yellow, we're going to place in a line of 4 black concrete blocks going down. Like I said, we want to make it look like our engine is suspended in midair. So we're just going to come out 1 from that, go all the way down this entire line, and make sure you can just come out 1 from here as well, like that. And bring that all the way down, come out the 1 from your yellow, and bring it all the way down right over here. And we'll worry about the backside later because we're going to have to place in our engine. But now just come down to your 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And fill that all in with a flooring on it as well. So if you want to just come down 3, you are absolutely free to do that because the flooring is going to be right here. But I'm going to go ahead and just fill this all in now. There we go. So once you have all 4 of your walls in, go ahead and fill in the bottom as well with your black concrete. So right now it should look something like this, and we'll fill in the back a little bit more later on once we get our engine in. So now the blocks you'll need for the engine are sea lanterns, red terracotta, blue terracotta, looms, smooth stone slabs, light gray terracotta, polished andesite stairs, a hopper, and gray concrete. So to get started up on your engine, you want to be right in the center of these trapdoors. The best way to find that is just to come where your glass is right here, and we're going to come right down the middle to this trapdoor. This is going to be your middle trapdoor. As you can see, there's 3 trapdoors on this side, 3 trapdoors on this side, and that's the middle. So now we're going to come right here to the inside, and we're going to come out 2 blocks from this trapdoor, 1, 2, placing in a sea lantern. That's going to be the center of your engine. Now we're going to go ahead and take out some red terracotta and place red terracottas going around that entire sea lantern block. There we go. Then we're going to come out 1 more in the back, like this. Take out your red terracotta once again, and now come up 1 and bring that all the way to the back wall right over here. So right now it should look something like this. And then we're going to come out 1 on each side, even the bottom. Even though you can't really see the bottom, just in case someone falls down there or something, they'll notice it. So let's go ahead and just bring this all the way down. Do the same thing on this side. Come out the 1 block and bring it all the way down. It should be completely even with all your trapdoors. I'll give a better view of it once we get all these blocks in. And then the same thing with the bottom. Come down 1 and bring it all the way to the wall. So now this is what it's going to look like from the front. So next up, take out your sea lanterns once again and place 2 sea lanterns like this on each corner. There we go. Then we're going to come over here to the left-hand side, count in 1 block from here, take out your blue terracotta and place in 2 blue terracotta here. Take out your looms and place in 2 looms here, 2 looms here, and then your blue terracotta once again like that. Next up, you're going to take out your light gray terracotta. We're going to break out these trapdoors. Then take out your light gray terracotta and make a U shape like that with your light gray terracotta. Then we're going to take out our polished andesite stairs and place in 3 polished andesite stairs right above it. Take out your red terracotta once again. And starting right from here, we're going to create a whole nother outer edge going around the entire engine. Now, I guess you really don't need to worry about it all the way down here, but let's just go ahead and do it. There we go. And now we're going to come back up here and now hook that going into the wall. So bring this all the way down into your wall, just following that line you just created. Go. Bring that all the way in. And that all the way in as well. Then right here above your little kind of computer room area, we're going to take out our gray concrete and place 2 more gray concrete right here. And then on this side, we're going to place a line of gray concrete going all the way down to this sea lantern. Next up, we're going to swing back over here to this side, and right behind this trapdoor, we're going to place in a hopper going into the side. And then we just have to create our little computer right here. So first things first, break this one and place in 2 slabs. Then we're going to need a painting. So take out a painting, an item frame, and iron bars. And we're going to place a painting right off the back. I like getting that white and black one. Where it's that one right there. And then we're going to place in our item frame, our iron bars inside that item frame, and then make sure they're facing that way for your computer. And that will be the entire engine completely done. Now for this wall, we are going to need a birch trapdoor, stripped oak logs, stripped jungle wood, stripped spruce wood. We're also going to need a clay block, polished blackstone slabs, and chains. Now right over here in this corner, we're going to take out our stripped spruce logs and come all the way up to the ceiling. And then we're going to skip over 2 blocks and do the same thing. Then we're going to take out our stripped jungle wood and place 1 here, 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 here. And then take out your stripped oak logs and place those right in the middle like that. And then we're going to come to this corner and do the same exact thing we did here. So take out your stripped spruce logs, bring it all the way to the ceiling, skip over 2, bring it all the way to the ceiling, take out your stripped oak logs, 1, make sure they're facing this way too, 1, 2, and 3, and then go ahead and just interchange them like that. Then we're going to come right here to the middle, placing in clay blocks, placing your slabs right above it, your slabs right underneath it, and place a chain right here above it. And then right here, we're going to place in a birch trapdoor backwards. This will be for our vent system for later on. And that's going to be the entire first upper engine room done. Next up on the list is going to be hallway number 2. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, guys, so here are the dimensions for hallway number 2. You can go ahead and pause the video and build it out. It will help you in the long run, but let's go ahead and get started up on this thing. All right, guys, so the blocks you will need for hallway number 2 are brown concrete, brown terracotta, gray concrete, stone brick walls, and glass panes. So we're just going to be starting over here from our upper engine room number 1 with our walling, and we're going to be using our terracotta blocks once again. So first things first, we're just going to come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks. And then, of course, this one will change out later. But let's just do that on both sides. Come out 8 blocks right here as well. Then we're going to go up 6 blocks to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same thing on this side. I believe it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And, of course, we'll change out these blocks. You know, actually, let's just do it right now. On the 6th block, place in your stone wall here and your stone wall here, and do the same thing on this side. It's just the same thing over and over. And then we're gonna come out, you know, our 4 blocks to here. Sorry, I kind of skipped ahead of that because I placed in my whole little grid. And then we're going to do the same thing, just follow right along with that one over there. Same thing on this side, you know, just follow right along with it. It's always going to be a 3-wide hallway for the whole entire build. And then we're going to go down that way 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then place our stone wall at the end. And then, you know, just follow along on this side as well, placing in your stone wall at the end. And then for the flooring, we're just going to do the same flooring we did in here. We're going to take out our brown concrete and now fill in the entire floor with brown concrete. If you want to, where the stone walls are, like we've been doing, you could skip over it. But actually, no, don't do that. Don't do that. This one's actually going to be same color. So there is a couple of color changes throughout this hallway. So we're going to go ahead and just fill in the entire floor with our brown concrete. Once you got your flooring in place, we're going to go ahead and bring up our walls now, just like we did in this room. We're just going to bring them up 2 more terracotta and then our gray concrete like that. And you know what? Actually, let's go ahead and switch this now so I don't forget later. Just make sure next to every single stone wall, there's always gray concrete. So just bring it up your 2 terracotta and then your gray concrete, and do that for all the walls. And then, of course, you know, on these walls, if you want to, you can go ahead and place in your gray concrete here as well. You know, I'll just do that right now. I'll just do it now so I don't forget when I'm doing it later on. Place in your gray concrete there. So, again, just bring it up 2 terracotta and gray concrete. There we go. And once we have our wallings in place, now we can come over here to where our security bay will be. So there is our engine room, and then down here is where that security bay is. We're going to take out our gray concrete and fill in a line right here underneath our stone wall. Place in our stone walls, and then place in our glass panes on the side of our stone walls. And then we're going to go over to where the reactor room is. So there's our engine room. So to the left is where our reactor room is going to be. We're going to do the same exact thing. Change out these bottom ones to our gray concrete. Place in our stone walls, and then place in our glass panes off the side. And then for the other engine room, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be the same as this engine room. We're going to have our brown terracotta splitting it up instead of the gray concrete. So we're going to come over here and place in brown terracotta, place in our stone walls, and place in our glass panes. There we go. Then we're going to come right to the middle, take out our brown terracotta, and right here we're going to place in our brown terracotta around the entire thing. So it should look something like this. And then we're going to skip over 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and place in brown terracotta here as well, so it matches up perfectly going into this hallway. And do the same thing over here. Just skip over 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not going to match them all, but we're we're just doing our best. We're just doing our best. Same thing on this side. Count in 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And same thing over here as well. Count in 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And now we're going to go ahead and do some of the props in here. It's going to be very, very quick. So to get started up on the props in this room, you should be able to see your engine room right here. We're going to come over here to the bottom right-hand corner. And we're going to come in 1 block, placing in a smooth stone. Take out your smooth slabs and place those upside down, going all the way down to where our engine room is. And then 1 block away, we'll place in another smooth stone like that. Then back over here to where our security bay is going to be going. We're going to come right here, take out polished black stone slabs, and come up to there, and do that all the way around this 1x2 gap like that. Take out your clay blocks and place in 2 clay blocks like this. Then we're going to swing over here to where our reactor room is going to be going. I don't know why I said it like that. Reactor room. I have a dry throat. I keep having to drink water because I've been talking for a while. So I think my throat got like stuck. It was like reactor room. But enough of that. We're going to place a smooth stone block 1 away from there. Place in 2 smooth slabs right here. And place another smooth stone here. And then go ahead and cap it off with some slabs. And then up in this corner right here, we're going to break this block out and place in 2 slabs right there. Then right above this one, this is where our camera is going to be going. So we're going to place a block right here. Place a skeleton skull facing this way towards the reactor room. Break this block, place in a lever, and that's going to be all the props for this hallway completely done. All right, guys, so I still feel like I have way more than enough time to do 2 more rooms. Like I said, I want to keep these parts around an hour long, and I think I'm at about probably like 45 minutes or so. So I could do 2 more rooms. These are the engine rooms are exactly the same. I don't know if I should do the engine room again. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. I was going to do these 2 rooms, but actually let's go ahead and swing into the engine room again, and we'll get both engine rooms done in the same video. That would be perfect. And then, then I'll start up the second part, and we can start with like the reactor room, security bay, hopefully get the electrical and storage done as well in the second part. And then, oh boy, there's still so much left. But let's go ahead and get started up on this second engine room. All right, guys, so here is the spacing for the second engine room. If you've done the first engine room, which hopefully you have, it's going to be exactly the same as the other one, just on a different angle. So you can go ahead and pause the video here, get your grid down. It will help you in the long run, but we're going to go ahead and start this up right now. So just like the other engine room, we're going to be using our terracotta and our gray concrete to fill around the walls. So let's just start over here with this corner, and we'll count out these blocks right here, which should be 8. So coming out from where our hallway is, we're going to go 8 blocks to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with our terracotta. Then we're going to go in 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip our 3 blocks for our hallway. And then we're going to go over 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to go up our 11 blocks with our terracotta going this way once again. It's just like the other engine room. So since we've already built it once, go in 3 that way. 1, 2, 3 on a corner. And then go ahead and just wrap it right back to the beginning. If you've done the end, if you built the other engine room, then building this one will be a snap because it's just the same exact thing, but with a different angle to it. Now what we're going to do is just bring up our walls. So of course right here next to our stone bricks, let's bring it up with our gray concrete like we've been doing this entire time. And we're actually going to, let's just do it on this side as well. We'll bring up our stone walls here with our glass pane. So let's go ahead and just do it now to get it out of the way. Here we go. Just bring this right over. If you've been building this with me this entire time, you pretty much should know exactly what to do now. Just put in your stone walls, come up to 4, and then put your glass panes in the middle. And if you guys are still with me on this thing, thank you very much. That means you actually really wanted to build this, and it does mean a lot to me. There we go. And then we could bring up the gray concrete on the side of these stone walls as well. And then of course we're going to go around the rest of the thing with our 2 more terracotta blocks, and then capping it off with our gray concrete. And there we go. Now we're going to do the same exact thing we did over there. We're going to come out 3 blocks going around the entire thing, leaving the opening for the middle for our engine. So let's come out our 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3, with our brown concrete. Wrap that all the way down to here, just like that. There we go. Then we're going to come out our 3 going this way. 1, 2, and a 3. I'm sorry, I don't know if anyone knows that commercial. It's a bit of an older commercial, but it was with an owl eating a lollipop. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Okay, so that's going to be the brown concrete. And then we're going to go, oh, you know what? I don't have my trapdoors on me, so let me just run over here real quick. Then we're going to take out our oak trapdoors and go around the entire thing with our oak trapdoors. Same old with that engine room. Well, it's not same old. You're watching the same video, so it's still pretty new, but we're going to go around the entire thing with our trapdoors now. There we go. You know, I should have just taken a bunch of blocks that I needed from over here. We're going to need our yellow terracotta. Let's do our yellow terracotta, and then we'll do the down, you know, underneath right here with our black. Oh, you know what? I never filled this in. That's right. Oh, boy. Good thing I did come over here and do the engine room again. That would have been bad. But, yeah, go ahead and just fill in this back area with the black concrete. So in case someone does ever go down there, they won't see outside the map. There we go. Good. Thank goodness I actually did this one. Okay, so now we're going to take out our yellow terracotta, and just like over there, we're going to come right down next to our trapdoors with our yellow terracotta on both sides. There we go. And we're going to do the same thing on this side with our yellow terracotta. Like that. Sorry if my voice keeps going in and out. I'm trying to drink plenty of water, but my mouth is getting really dry tonight, and I have no idea why. I think I've drank like a gallon of water since I've been building this entire thing. That is a lot of water. A lot of water. So there we have it. Now we're going to go ahead and take out our black concrete, and we're going to do just like we did over there. We're going to come in 1, so right next to our yellow terracotta. Come all the way down. Make sure you come in 1 right here as well. Go. Come in 1 here as well. We're not going to worry about the back, but hopefully I won't forget the back like I did last time. And we're just going to come down 3 more blocks from there, so it's making it a total of 4 blocks, and we're going to fill that all in. So there we go. I also just filled in the floor as well. And you know what? I'm just going to bring it out a little bit more. Last time I completely forgot. And, well, we saw what happened there. So I'm just going to bring this out to here for right now. And then we can get started up on filling in the rest of this flooring. So for the next part of the flooring, we're going to need to take out our brown terracotta once again. And right from the middle of this hole, we're just going to place it in right like that. There we go. And then we're going to come out from the corners of where our trapdoors are, placing in our brown terracotta here. And right here as well. And then we're just going to skip over, 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. It should line up perfectly with your hallway here. Count over 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Line up perfectly right here as well. Same thing on this side. Count over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Break these 2. Place in your terracotta. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Place in your terracotta. Now, the difference with this side compared to that side is, since you're always looking this way on Among Us, it's always this kind of like top-down view. It will never go this way because it's not 3-dimensional. It's like little paper dudes. the computer now, instead of being on this side, will be on this side next to this wall right here. So that's about the only thing that really changes up with this room, is that the computer, instead of being on the side without that angle, is now on the side with that angle. So we're now going to go ahead and build our engine in engine room number 2. So to get started up with our engine, we're going to need our red terracotta once again, sea lanterns, blue terracotta, loom. We're also going to need polished andesite stairs, light gray terracotta, hoppers, and gray concrete. Now, just like last time, we're going to come in right from where this glass is, or just count, you know, it's a total of 7 blocks here, so just go right from the middle one. If you actually want to close the trapdoor too, to make sure you're getting the middle too, you're absolutely free to do that, but we're going to come to this side, take out our sea lanterns, and place it right in the middle, 1 block out, like that. Then we're going to take out our red terracotta and place that all the way around our sea lantern. Then we're going to come out 1 more from the back. And then on all 4 sides, we're going to come up 1 and just bring that all the way to the wall. It was actually a good idea to do this one again, because then next time you go to another part, and you know, if you don't want to do all the parts in one day, you can just knock out the engine room right away, both of them, and not have to think about it anymore. So I'm actually kind of happy I went ahead and did the engine room again. There we go. Fill in this right here all the way to the end, and hopefully I won't forget the back this time. It's a good thing I did the engine room again, because I probably would have forgot that, and then it would have been open the entire time, even after you were done completely building the entire build. So there we go. Now we're going to take out our sea lanterns and fill in these 2 blocks right here with our sea lanterns, just like last time. There we go. And then we're going to come over here to the left hand side, count in 1 block, placing in our blue terracotta, and then we're going to place in our looms, and then we're going to place in our blue terracotta. And now, instead of breaking out 3 trapdoors here, we only have to break out 2, because we kind of can't really fit back here. But we're going to take out our light gray terracotta, and we're going to make that U shape with our light gray terracotta like last time. Place polished andesite stairs right above it, and then place that hopper going into the side right here. Then we're going to take out our red terracotta once again, and right off that andesite stair, we're going to come up 1 and bring that around the entire thing, going all the way down underneath. You don't have to do it fully underneath. People shouldn't be going down here, but just in case, let's just go ahead and fill that in. And then once again, we're just now going to fill it right into the wall. There we go. Let's go ahead and add some there as well. And, you know, I'm not going to worry about the bottom area there. I'm not. Just, if you want to go ahead, I mean, you could also place something else down there. It's completely up to you. But there we have it. Then we're going to take out our gray concrete, place a gray concrete block here, and then place in a line of gray concrete right here, going down to that sea lantern, and that's going to be the engine completely done. Now it's time to do those weird zigzag patterns with our stripped spruce, our stripped jungle, and our stripped oak. We're also going to need some stone brick walls and chains. So right here, going into this hallway, we're going to come 1 over from our stone brick, and we're going to place in 3 chains going down like this, because this is supposed to be your ceiling right here, and the chain is supposed to be hooking to the ceiling. Then we're going to take out our stripped spruce logs, coming up through all the way to the ceiling. Sorry, not 3, all the way to the ceiling. Skipping over 2 and coming all the way up. It's the same thing as the last time. Then we're going to place in our stripped jungle like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then do the same thing with your logs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on the side of it, we're going to place in a line of walling like that. And then on this side, we're going to come in just 1 with our spruce log, and then skip every other block with your logs going all the way up. And then right here, we're going to place in chains coming off the wall down 3 like that. And now that's going to be the whole entire second engine room completely done. All right, guys, so that's going to be it for part 1. So far, we've gotten the cafeteria done, hallway number 1, the med bay, both engine rooms, and hallway number 2. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and if you stayed with me all the way through part 1, thank you very much. Now I know you guys really want to build these maps, and of course leaving a like and a comment will let me know if you want to see more Among Us maps, because I definitely want to build that snow map one. That one where it's outside, that one looks really, really cool. So depending on how these videos go, I will definitely do more of them. It looks like a lot of fun to build those ones as well. So, you know, I'll just say my outro one more time. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for part 2 of the Among Us the Skeld map. All right, guys, peace.